Hey guys, I'm so excited because it's that time of year again where we get to wrap all our gifts up with all our pretty decor and just give it away to others. Now, I wanted to share with you guys 2 ideas that I really like, and also 2 more for those who don't like wrapping, and trust me, it really honestly doesn't involve much wrapping. So I hope you guys like it. So I'm just going to start off with my favorite one where the recipient's name is just circled in a whole big word search, so it feels a lot more personal. Alright, so the first step is to create a word search with the recipient's name a whole bunch of times in it, just in case you can't find their name, so at least there's a whole bunch of names that you can find. Anyways, so what you're going to do is just attach the 2 pieces of paper. And yes, I did use scrap paper because we don't want to be wasting paper now. And with gift wrapping, I always try to use double-sided tape because it gives it a more cleaner look because you won't see the tape at all. Alright, so we have our homemade wrapping paper now. So I'm just going to flip it over so that the word search is on the outside, and then we're going to attach one end of the wrapping paper to the actual gift. After, we're just rolling it up tightly and attaching the other end. So turning it onto the side, we're actually going to fold the left and the right sides down flatly, and then repeat the same thing to the other side. And then with the 2 triangles sticking out, add a little bit of tape on each side and just attach it down. When you're done sealing off both ends, you should get a little something like this. So now for the fun part, just go through the whole word search and try and find your recipient's name. When you finally find it, just circle their name, and we're just going to add a few more bows and decor and we're done. You can add whatever decorations you want to. I like to keep it simple since the word search is quite overwhelming, so I just added a red ribbon and just attached a red bow. And then we're done! So next we have this design where it's so simple and so cute, and I absolutely love it. Okay, so the main color that we're actually using is brown, and I actually found this long brown sheet from one of my shoe boxes that I purchased a long time ago, and I actually have a habit of keeping things that look nifty that I might actually use in the future, so, you know, future reference, if you guys find anything interesting, keep it because you might actually use it just like this. And all I'm doing with it is just rolling it up and wrapping it the exact same way as I did with the word search one. After wrapping it all up, you should get something similar like this, and it's okay if there are creases because it just gives it a little bit more texture. Alright, so for the mistletoe, I took construction paper, green one, and for the leaves, I just folded it in half once so that when I cut it out, the leaves will be symmetrical. And I'm also doing something similarly with the red one for the berries, except I'm going to fold it so that there are 3 sections. So now I'm just cutting out a shape of the mistletoe leaves, and I'm keeping one little section of the folded part together, so that way when I unfold it, the leaves will still be attached. To give the leaves a more 3D look, I folded each leaf in half, and I'm just cutting little tiny slits at each of the corner of the leaves. Now I'm just gently folding each slit upwards. Now we're just going to attach it to a corner of the box, and you can really just make any kind of decorations as you want. You can make a snowflake and just wrap it around the whole thing. It's totally up to you. For the berries, I'm just cutting out a little circle, and then it gives me 3 circles since I actually folded the paper so that there'd be 3 pieces. And then, of course, we're just going to attach it on. Okay, so the final step was using scrap paper again, or any white piece of paper. I'm just going to cut out a little tiny rectangle and stick it right onto the middle. After it's pasted on, all I did was write to and from on it, and we're finally done this. Alright, so this is for all you lazy people or those of you who don't like wrapping at all. And so the main thing you need is a toilet paper roll. Okay, so we're gonna cut a construction paper of any color of your choice, and it has to be about the width of the toilet paper roll. The closer the better. And we're just taking glue and just applying it onto the construction paper. And then with the toilet paper roll, just roll it up with the construction paper. When you get to the end, just flatten it completely. And then to make it into a box, just push in both ends and there you go, you have the shape of it. I apologize that it wasn't exactly recorded as well, but to make it easier, if you've ever folded paper stars, it's kind of the same idea where you pinch the corners. And with any ribbon of your choice, we're just going to tie it up, and I chose to have white. Now I want you all to be very careful with this step to give the ribbon some curl. Hold the blade of the scissors against the ribbon, and with your finger on the other side, just apply some pressure and then slide the scissors upwards. The faster you pull the scissors and the more pressure you apply on it, the tighter the curl will be. Now I felt like it was still a bit too plain, so I'm just grabbing another ribbon and repeating the same process. Alright, so after the ribbon is curled and everything, I'm just playing around with it to get the desired bow that I want. Alright, so after that we're basically done, and it really didn't involve much wrapping at all. So now we have one more wrapping technique that really doesn't involve much wrapping. Okay, so this is the last one, I promise, and it's really fun and easy to make, and it's perfect for little knickknacks. Okay, it's the return of the paper roll. Anyway, so insert any little knickknacks that you want to put inside and wrap up. And then using any tissue paper you want, I actually have some saved up from shoe boxes, or you can use plastic bags for more texture. And we're just going to wrap up the toilet paper roll. Don't worry if there's a lot of excess on the sides, that's perfectly fine. And if you want, at the end you can cut off some excess at the ends. I did that. And then using some tape, we're just going to attach the tissue paper together. Okay, so now that we have a giant roll, we're just going to grab ribbon and tie off both ends. And if you want some more volume in the ends, all you have to do is just wrap up more tissue paper. You can mix and match any colors you want, it's totally up to you. This is your gift wrapping. And then this is optional, but all I do is cut out little triangles at the end so it gives it a more festive feel to it. And then there's the fun part. If you so wish, you can grab any wrapping paper or construction paper and just wrap it around the middle section. It can be as thick or as thin as you want because you can't see the toilet paper roll anymore anyways. And then we're done. Easy, right? All I had to do is just keep rolling up the toilet paper roll and there you go, it's wrapped up for you. Alright, so that's about it. Let me know if you wrapped it the same way, or even tell me how you wrapped yours, because I always like to wrap my presents in different ways to personalize it to each person's own personality. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy all your holidays upcoming, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!